If you were at the march, you saw that the pro-life movement seems as strong as ever in some respects. The fact that so many people turned out in spite of the bitter cold and the weather.
It's an awesome experience, it really is, just to see how many people show up for it.
If you look at the number of Americans who identify themselves as pro-life, that also seems to still be a majority of the country. So the pro-life movement in the country seems, at least by some measures, to be strong and vibrant.
I think I'm really happy that a bunch of high schoolers and younger people are here because, like all the signs say, like we are the pro-life generation, and that's encouraging for other people, I think, to see that young people want it too. It's just not all these crazy old Catholics. Like, the kids want it too.
We're kind of at a stalemate. About the same number of people identify themselves as pro-life or pro-choice as 5-10 years ago. So while it doesn't seem to be a lot of loss of momentum in terms of the pro-life movement and its impact on people, there doesn't seem to be a lot of gaining of momentum or traction either.
We hope that with all these other thousands and thousands of people to catch the attention of the Supreme Court and our president to consider changing the laws of this country for abortion to not be legal.
The United States is so politically polarized right now, and many people regard it as more a political issue than they do a moral issue. And so until we reframe that, the political polarization is just going to kind of map the way people identify on the issue, I think. It would take a real kind of conversion of our culture to get to the point where you'd have a groundswell of support for making abortion contrary to the law. But I mean, that's why Pope Francis, like Pope Benedict and Pope John Paul II, is talking about the new evangelization. The root of the word culture is the Latin word cultus, to worship. So to change a culture, we have to change what it worships. So to get that kind of legal change, we're going to have a cultural change, and that means a new evangelization. Even prominent secular bioethicists in this country, for example, Peter Singer at Princeton, will say that the heart of the question in terms of the debate on abortion is the question of personhood. When do you have a human person? What does it mean to be a human person? Because scientists will acknowledge that from conception you have a life, and the life genetically is human. So there's not a debate about when life begins. It's about when do you have a person who should be the subject of legal protections. Even people who don't identify with a particular religious tradition can't simply sit on the sidelines, because who counts as a human person is a question that should concern everyone living in our society.